In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to use Zapier for beginners. By the end, you'll know exactly how to build your first Zap from start to finish, with clear steps and helpful context so you can automate a simple, repetitive task. First, sign up for a free Zapier account if you haven't already. Before you click around, decide on one manual task you want to eliminate. Keep it simple for your first run. For example, maybe you want new Google Form entries to appear as rows in a Google Sheet, or you want new emails to send a message into a Slack channel. Having a specific task in mind will make each choice in Zapier straightforward. On your dashboard, click Make a Zap. A zap is made of two parts, the trigger, which is the when, and the action, which is the then. Think of it like cause and effect. When something happens in one app, Zapier tells another app to do something automatically. Set your trigger first. Choose the app where the event happens, such as Google Forms, Gmail, or another tool you already use. Then choose the event that should kick everything off, like new form entry or new email. Next, connect your account for that app to Zapier. You'll grant permission so Zapier can securely read the data it needs. Zapier will then pull in sample data for testing. Review what it brings in, names, emails, subjects, timestamps, so you can confirm it's the right kind of information and everything is working. Now set your action the then. Choose the app where you want the result to go, for example, Google Sheets or Slack. Pick the action you want, like create spreadsheet row or send channel message, and connect that app's account as well. You'll now map the fields from your trigger to the action. Mapping tells Zapier where each piece of data should go. For instance, map the form's email field to the spreadsheet's email column, or the email subject to the Slack message text. Use the sample data to preview exactly how it will appear. When your mapping looks good, run a test. Zapier will perform the action using your sample so you can check your sheet, channel, or app and see the result in real time. If it appears as expected, give your Zap a clear name that describes the workflow, then flip the switch to turn it on. From now on, every time your trigger event occurs, the action will run automatically. Keep your first Zap simple, confirm it's reliable, and you'll be ready to build more powerful automations with confidence.